Hey guys, it's Bushcraft Family back again with another video, and it's time for the bug out bag. Yes. Now, before we get started with bug out bag, and yes, we're gonna have cats going to be nosy, so you'll see cats throughout the video. Before we get started, there is no right way to have a bug out bag. The bug out bag is for the person. I can't tell you what to put in your bug out bag. I can give you ideas, and not the cat. Because everybody's different. Everybody has different needs and whatnot. So there are a lot of videos out there telling you what you need in your bug out bag, and what you should carry and what you shouldn't carry, and what kind of bags, and there's numerous videos for this. I'm afraid to tell all those people they are wrong. I wouldn't give this bag to a 8-year-old girl or a boy to carry around. It's because it's made for me. It's a pretty heavy size bag. It's probably around 24 pounds, which I'm still trying to weed out some of the stuff that I actually need in here. So it's a work in progress, and every bug out bag should be. Now, let's go ahead and get started with this. On the side here, one of my newest things is a water bottle that has a filter, purifier, all made into one. All you do is fill it up, and every time you squeeze the bottle to take a drink, it releases the clean filtered water. Awesome product. I've got a discount code and everything. I'll put the link down below. It's an American made company. One of the only things that I actually put on my channel saying that I stand behind, because it's a very good product. Must need. I do believe cleans over 100 gallons of water in this little bottle. Okay, as you can see, we have our bag. I think it cost me like $22 at Rural King at the time. It has multiple pockets, 1, 2, 3, 4 different zippered compartments. It's what they call a molly bag, I guess, because it has, you know, the little things in there that you can hook other stuff up to it. But yeah, let's get started. We'll start at the very bottom pocket down here, and one of the first things I do have is a slingshot. It's a wrist rocket. If you're a kid, you probably used one of these when you were a kid. Go ahead and set that down there. Also in here, I do have a bag, and it is my fire starter bag. I probably do have a few things that are missing from this, but one of the things right here is a char cloth tin, which, as you can see, it has a hole in it. If I was going to make more char cloth, then you would put this on the fire, close the lid, and when it stops smoking, you have char cloth. Char cloth is very important for wherever conditions you're in. You can start a fire very easily. I do have regular cotton here, so once my char cloth is used up, which it should be in here somewhere, maybe I used up all my char cloth. Well, that's not good. I also have a little Bic lighter. I also have a magnifying glass, which I can start a fire with. Always want to make sure you have multiple ways of starting fires. And on the list is to make more char cloth, which I didn't know I was out of char cloth. Good to know. Yeah, it is very important to keep char cloth with you, because You can start fires very easily. It takes a spark real easily. I do have one of these. I don't really know what it's called, grinder box or whatever. Looks like a little grater. What you do is take your fat wood or whatever. I need to put a couple more pieces in there. You run it on this. It makes really fine sawdust that you can dump out. Start a fire very easily. I also have a little gathering bag that I can put dry things in. And this actually helps to dry out things that you come across as you're walking through the woods or whatever, that you can put in the bag to dry out until you get to your spot you want to go to. Oh, never mind. There's my char cloth right there. I knew I had char cloth. And you use these pill boxes. As you can see, there is the char cloth right there. It takes a spark very easily. Put that down there. I do have magnesium. You scrape this off into your tinder pile and use this to ignite it. I have a hacksaw blade. You creates a spark. Boom, you got a fire. What else do I have in my fire kit? It's kind of like a bellows. It's a long tubular thing that you blow to get your coals started or keep them going or whatever. It's also good for a straw if you need to get a drink of water somewhere. Let me go ahead and put that in the right way. I could actually use this as a keychain, which I don't. What else do I got in here? I've got another fire kit. And these tins are really good to have to make char cloth on or whatever. And these are the ones that I usually make to give away. There's sawdust that I've used with that little tinder box or whatever thing you call it. Another ferrocene rod. I've got some wax soaked jute twine right here. Got a striker over here on the side. Always good to have. If I keep all this stuff together, and like I can take this with me if I'm going anywhere around water or something, that if I do fall in water, then I have a way to start a fire. I don't have to bring my whole kit with me. Okay, I'm just going to stick all this stuff over here on the side, and then I'll have fun cleaning it all up. We got a spoon. It's also an old-fashioned spoon, so it's actually strong. It's not like the cheap metal. I can actually dig with this if I need to. Another ferrocene rod. It's a pretty good sized one. Still need to make a handle for that. And I think that's it for this pocket. Okay, we got through one pocket. Let's get to the next one. We have a rechargeable flashlight, and it is also a fire starter. It's actually a cigarette lighter, but you can use it to start fires. Rechargeable, meaning I have a solar rechargeable that I carry along too, that'll hook up to the back of my bug out bag. When I'm walking it, it will charge. Next thing we have is a small little folding camp stove doohickey thing, to where you can put your pots on top of it. You just need a little bits of wood, and you can boil water really quick. I don't know if you can see that. We got bad shadow and lighting in this room, so I'm not going to get it out. You guys understand what it is. This is a life straw. Used for an emergency type situations. I do not use these as a way to filter water for a long term, because they don't last very long. They say they can do thousands of gallons of water, but realistically you get maybe 5 to 10 gallons out of one of these little things. Even though it'll still work, it doesn't really work. You're just sucking bad water through this little thing here. I'm not going to go and detail how to use it or anything. I've got bag attachments that hook right into there, that where I fill a bag up and let it run through, and you have filtered water. I also have a bunch of these things. These are good immunity things. They don't have sugar or anything in it. It's just vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc. It's a way to boost your immunity. A good way to hydrate you. Stick them in a bottle of water and you're good to go. We have Fox. And these are some of the things that get sent to me. A way to make arrowheads, saw, and things like that. A spear, a way to make a spear without using a knife and whatnot. Nice, easy little pouch. You can see it's pretty small. What else we got here? We got a whistle. I'm not going to blow that whistle because it's very loud. If I want somebody to find me. That's what I would use. We got a couple more of those in there. I think that might be it. Oh, we got 2 pockets down. Or pouches. Let's get into the next one. I don't know if some people have seen this or not, but this is a drill bit that I picked up at Goodwill. I cut it off, and I had this little pipe fitting, stainless steel pipe fitting, welded to the drill bit. The same size as the inside of this hole is the same size as the drill bit. Anytime I'm out in the wilderness and they need to build something, stools, benches, shelter, permanent type shelter, I have a way to create a hole and a peg system. You put a stick in between here like this, and it gives you something to turn this with, and excuse me, you can use the same dimension stick for a peg. One of the building blocks of any civilization. And here we have a nice little fishing kit here. And we have Blue being nosy. Okay, inside here, I'm not going to take it apart, but inside this thing right here, because every time, okay, there we go. I have fishing equipment inside there, hooks, sinkers, and lures, and all that stuff. Something that I can fish with. You can use it as a handle, wind it up as you catch a fish and whatnot. Very, very nice little handy thing. It's made by K-Bar, a good knife company. I have a bushcraft type knife, very sharp, very thick spine, or I guess you would call it. Good for striking, also good for batoning. Let's see what else. Oh, here's the bottle for collecting the water, that the life straw, which is a good attachment to carry with your life straw. That way you don't sit down in the water and trying to get water every time. That way you can carry it in them. And this is just kind of something extra. It's so I don't cut myself. It's one of those gloves that the knife is not supposed to go through or something like that. And that is because I have, which is probably really not needed, but it comes in handy. I have a carving kit, a wood carving kit, so I can carve spoons and utensils and all kinds of stuff. It folds up very easily, so it doesn't really take that much space, and it's not that heavy. I'm going to have fun putting all this stuff back together. We have a wind-up flashlight, and it also has solar on it, so I can, you know, crank it up a little bit. Well, Well, I got to do some more cranking. Okay, so we have a couple things of lighting there. We got a multi-tool. We have a few of those. Probably too many that I need to put in here. Got some more fishing gear. Come on, move out the way, cat. Got a sewing kit. Got another knife. I have multiple of these knives. I got them really cheap, and I resharpened them to be usable, to where I could very easily make a spear out of this. You know, extra knives are nice. Junky ones that at the time I paid $1.50 for this thing. I ended up getting like a dozen of them. We got a headlamp that still works. Ooh, man, that thing's bright. What else we got in here? Oh, we have a candle. This thing is a long-lasting candle. This thing will last like days. We have some silverware. And I think that, well, no, we got, oh, that's part of the striker. And we have these billy bands. These are good for mollies that you can slide down inside here and hook something to carry it. Come on, Nosy. You can carry, you can put this here and carry an axe or whatever. Which I do have an axe that goes with this, but I don't have it hooked onto here yet. And I think that is it. We are on to the last part. There we go. The last part of this. Okay. First thing on the list here, besides the cat's head, these are, and I really need a different container for this. As you can see, it's a CD holder. When we used to burn our CDs and stuff. And in here I have wire snares. There are probably a good 20 to 30 of these. Wire snares are used for trapping, so I can catch me critters and whatnot. And the thing is, the more you put out, the more chances you are to have to catch loot. And stop messing with the tripod. Right here we have a tarp. It is a 3x3. It has the stakes and all that fancy stuff in it. You don't need a bottom or anything like this. You can also use this as a hammock. There's so many purposes for this. I'm not going to go into detail, but it's shelter. And it could be a bed too. We have a first aid kit. This is a medic's kit. I'm not going to go into detail about what all it's in there, but it can handle from holes in your body to very deep cuts and things like that. It has all the goodies in there for that. I guess it would be kind of like a trauma kit, I guess. We have another knife. Come on, cat, get out the way. This is very sharp, thick spine. As you can see, very comfortable. Haven't tested this out in the wild yet. I want to baton with it and whatnot, but I did a review on it. Just a quick review of what it feels like, and you know, all that fun stuff. The case or the sheath in here. Yes, I keep things in weird containers. I reuse everything. In here we have a bunch of zip ties. Zip ties can be very come in handy in the wild. I really need to come up with another container for this instead of this big bulky thing, but until I find something, it'll do. As you can see, we have this little thing here. We're not going to go into detail what it is or anything, so you can kind of get an idea of what it is. We have a dry bag. In the dry bag, let me scoot this over here a little bit. This will keep everything dry that's in here. In here I have food. As you can see, I have red beans and rice. These things last forever. I do take them out and replace them and eat the red beans and rice about once every 3 or 4 years. And here I have my cook set. I did a review on this. I still use the same cook set. It still works. I've used it multiple times. It's got teapot in there, the whole 9 yards. Works good. I think that's it in the dry bag. Yeah, dry bags are good. Anything that you're going to be wanting to put in there. The last thing in here is a tarp. I can't remember what size it is, but it's a good size. I can use it for shelter. I can use it for whatever. The inside of this, I do have heavy duty trash bags. The extra large ones, I don't know what gallon they are. They're really huge. And I could actually fill them with leaves and use it for bedding. I could cut them in half, use them for shelter, all kinds of things. Inside that, also inside there, I have gallon Ziploc bags. I also have, dang it, you little poop head. Cat's gotta knock everything over. Also have cotton bandanas. They're very good for filtering water, keeping the sun off you, from whatever you would need for that. Guys, I think that is it. Nope, we have some more. We have some cordage. I also have another billy band here, but this is not all the cordage I have. I do have some trout line, heavy duty trout line that I use, that I carry, that I actually took out because I used it for something. So I had to put that back. But there it is. I think that's it. That hasn't been emptied for a long time. I do believe that is it, guys. Oh no, we got another billy band. See it there? These things are good for hooking things onto your molly bags. Yep, that's it. But that's what's in my bug out bag. I think that's about all I have in there. As you can see, it is a mess. I've got things strolled all over the place. So now I will take another hour to pack this thing back up. But that is what is in my bug out bag. Again, there may be things in here I don't have that I won't carry. One thing I get said, oh, you need bug repellent and stuff like that. I know plants in the wild that I can make my own bug repellent. Why do I need to carry it with me? Extra weight. There's so much stuff that, yeah, you can carry with you, but I even had somebody tell me the reason why I don't do many of these bug out bag videos is because I have people tell me all this stuff. And one person told me they carried a Dutch oven, a cast iron Dutch oven with them, because that's the best way to boil water and cook and whatever. Those things are like 20 pounds by themselves. I don't want to carry 150 pounds around. It's supposed to be a bug out bag. I know I have a lot of extra stuff in here that I probably don't need. By rights, there's only 5 things that I really need in a bug out bag, but I have a little extra. Until next time, like always, God bless.